So welcome to Grumpy Vegan Grandad, and this originally was just going to be the crop deaths though video, but something amazing happened after work yesterday. So watch the video and then don't turn off at the end, because I'm going to play the recording of a competition I won on air on Radio X yesterday tea time on the Johnny Vaughan show. So stick around for that, and I'll say something after as well. You're gonna love it. Good morning, people. It's 6 a.m. and I'm walking to work, but I thought I'd use my time sensibly to do some vegan common sense. A little bird then flying along me. Some vegan common sense answers. So this time we're going to tackle crop deaths though. Crop deaths, that big ace card that carnies always throw out, that you kill millions of animals when you farm for your crops. So let's look at this. What animals get killed when we farm crops? Well, field mice and certain birds, certain ground nesting birds. Yes, we do kill quite a few. But you've got to ask yourself, oh look at that. Well, you've got to ask yourself, how far do we take our vegan lifestyles? Because we kill millions upon millions of insects when we drive down the road, especially me in the truck. But we need cars as a society. A lot of us do need cars. And if we don't need cars, we need buses, trains, planes. So we're going to kill lots of insects and animals in the process, even humans, when we drive cars around. And we also kill viruses when we take antibiotics and all the like, because it's essential to our survival. Veganism doesn't say as humans we have to die. Veganism doesn't say as humans we have to die of starvation. If something's threatening, let's say I'm a farmer and I live on my own in the middle of nowhere and I grow my own crops and I rely on those crops to survive. If the crop fails, I'm going to starve. As a vegan, if some animal is threatening my crops, I'd have to find a way of getting rid of it, moving it, or I'd have to eliminate it, because my survival is key. I need to survive. So when carnies come with this, will you kill millions of animals? farming foods. Yeah, we do. Hands up. We do that. We've got to eat. We've got to have a food source. There's no getting away from that, and it is sad, and it isn't ideal, and there are other ways, and there are other systems to grow crops with the minimum amount of deaths, and I can assure you that people are out there trying to solve this problem. There's vertical farming, which is becoming more and more available, which is basically growing crops in a warehouse indoors. I've just recently seen a new concept being tested out where they are growing crops in greenhouses, in massive greenhouses, and using the heat from sewage farms to heat these massive greenhouses. Because when we process sewage poop, it actually creates its own heat. You've seen dung heaps steaming in the winter. Well, human shit does exactly the same. So they're trialling pumping these hot poop air into these massive greenhouses to grow crops. And these are exotic crops. Well, when I say exotic, crops that need a better climate. So we're more self-sufficient as an island in the UK. So we are trying. But what about other good reasons we can argue against the carnies saying that we kill millions of animals? But let's put it another way. They kill billions on top. Oh, I'm steaming up. Billions on top. Let's give that a wipe. They kill billions on, oh god, what's going on there? They kill billions on top of the millions that we already kill with monocrops and crop farming. So how do they justify that? How do they justify that? In fact, 75 billion land animals and a certain amount of farmed fish rely on human grown crops to fatten them up, to grow them. In fact, I think it's 75% of the land surface of the planet is given over to growing crops to feed animals. I mean, come on. There's only 7 billion humans on the planet. 7 billion. 6 million of whom are starving, haven't got enough food to eat, or are food poor. So we are growing enough food to fatten up 75 billion land animals, yet we're leaving 6 million people to starve. And what makes this worse is that some of these countries where the people are starving are actually exporting food to the West to fatten up the cattle. That's totally disgusting. It's totally disgusting. So when people come over and start talking about crop deaths, even if we accepted that the crop deaths is a major problem, which we do, still the best possible answer for anybody to help with this would be to stop eating animals. Full stop. You stop eating animals, if they all went vegan, the crop deaths would drop dramatically, because we would instantly grow 10 times less crops and feed the whole planet. So the default lifestyle to reduce crop deaths would be to go vegan. Grumpy vegan Grandad at work, not happily though.
On the line now, we have Dan. That's Gav and I's little victory today.
Yeah.
A bottle of the product. On the line, finds self funny. Okay, hang on. It's nice because he said it a bit of an in-joke, but I won't. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to divulge. On the line now, we've got Danny and Adrian. They're just about to tell us how they're winning at life, how they've nailed it today. They're going to tell us a story. Gav and I will then judge their stories and pick one winner who's going to walk away with £2,000 in cash and some of the product. The Woodsman whiskey. Yeah?
Yeah.
What's interesting is, Gav, I'm going to slightly defer to you. Obviously, we're going to discuss it, but I will defer because you're the woodsman.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, the woodman.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. So Danny's going to be first up. Hello, Danny.
Hello there, Johnny.
How are you, Dan?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm still winning. At this moment in time, I'm still winning.
Okay, now tell us, where are you calling from, first of all?
I'm in Oldham.
Okay, you're in Oldham. Oldham, where we...
It's grim. It's grim. Just say it is grim.
No, I'm going to say Oldham, where we fold them. What? Okay. I don't know. But I don't know. You might work in catering and be doing a job with the napkins.
Sure. That's definitely, yeah.
Okay, Danny, what's your little victory today and why are you still on it?
Well, what's happened is I'm an agency truck driver.
Okay.
And I get paid 8 hours no matter what happens, no matter how much I work, I get paid 8 hours.
Nice work. You can get it.
Well, it is. It's occasionally this happens, though. And I've finished at 4 o'clock today. So for the next 2 hours, I'm still being paid.
Yes!
So it didn't click on with me today. And when I walked in Greg's, I bought a sausage roll and a Belgian bun. And as I'm walking out,
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, I'm being paid to eat these. And in my mind, I'm walking down the street and I started sort of skipping away down the street. I'm thinking, I'm getting paid to skip here.
That's fantastic.
I got in my car, I got home, and I'm actually sat here now talking to you, getting paid to talk to you and to watch Tipping Point. It's just all winning, mate. I've got another 10 minutes of this winning before it ends.
That's fantastic. And what I really like about that as well is you're sort of a professional Greg's eater now. Because technically, during that time, you were technically only being paid to eat Greg's.
Yeah.
Everything I do, I'm a professional. Everything I do now, I'm a professional.
You're a professional. Okay, listen, thank you very much. Gav, make a note. That's our first little victory of the day.
Okay.
Danny, we're going to come back to you in a second. Let's see whose little victory you're up against. It is Adrian.
Afternoon, Tej. Afternoon, Woodsman.
Afternoon, matey. How are
Hi,
you?
Adrian.
I'm all good. Better for the speaking to both of you.
Okay, fantastic. a bit licky, but that's good. That's good.
We encourage that, yeah.
Encourage it, best licky. And how much have we lifted your day? I mean, would you say it was a little victory just being able to receive us on a radio?
Of course, I've followed you, Johnny, since the days of the Big Breakfast.
Oh, good man, good man.
It's actually quite a big deal, and obviously your wingman, Woodsman, is it's an honour to talk to you as well.
Okay, can I just say, it's nice to hear from one of my lambs. You're one of my lambs, boy. Okay. Tell us about your little victory today, Adrian.
So it started with me. I purchased a quick runaround car just to get me backwards and forwards from work. So it cost me a couple of £100, and that was enough for me.
That's a cheap car, man.
It was enough to survive to get me to work and back. But sadly, someone decided to drive into the back of it at the end of last week.
Yeah.
And I felt myself standing there staring at what was basically the end of that car.
Yeah.
And the man kindly offered me a payment and to go no further, and I managed to be able to repair the car, and I've got triple the amount that I originally paid for in cash.
Well, you got 600 quid left over.
Yeah. he went, I'll give you £600 and we call it, and you get it repaired yourself. I was like, okay.
Listen, we'll keep this one off the
garage.
books. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can I just ask you? There's nothing criminal going on here, is there? No, but it's not you saying. It's not you saying. Listen, mate. Let's face it. Neither of us are insured. We're both a couple of geezers.
You ain't seen me, right?
You ain't seen me, right? Here's a monkey. Here's a monkey. Go on, do your worst, son. No,
I think it was a company car, and I think he was going to be in enough trouble.
Okay, got you. Nice. No, I just had to clear that up before Gav and I make a decision, because we can't condone crime. And
Of course not.
Where are you from?
I'm from lovely Essex.
They often call it the criminal county.
Maybe.
Right, okay. Listen, we're going to make our decision now. That the woman. What do you think, Woodman?
This is so tough. This is so tough. Really tough.
If you faded them off now, Big Side, can they hear us? Oh, they both. Okay, first thing is they both seem like a couple of really nice chaps.
There's nothing to kind of differentiate them in terms of likability there.
Okay, one is eating from his favourite bakery for free.
Wait a second. Danny is getting paid to eat from his favourite bakery.
He certainly is. A sausage roll and a bun.
That's tough to beat. That is tough to beat.
It is tough to beat.
On the other hand, Adrian, listen, with cars, it never goes right. It always costs too much.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess Adrian's situation is rarer.
Yeah, I could just say the thing. Okay, but the thing, but just to say is Adrian. Remember, he's from Essex, and he's not even. He's had a touch there because he's already won money. We'll be rewarding someone with money
that is
for gaining
true,
money.
Yes. And he didn't know who was going to bash into him.
And in that respect, he's got something in common with Danny, who's also little victories getting money for nothing.
Yeah.
So we're rewarding money with.
I don't know. They are little victories.
They're
Both
little
of them,
victories.
though, aren't they? They're tough. It's a tough one.
I think on the grounds, Adrian, yes, he's got a winning laugh, and he's an attractive man.
Very
You can
attractive
tell
man.
that.
Yes.
I would say he's already had quite a touch with
Very
that
good
money.
point. Yes. That's almost not a little victory. That's a big victory.
I think so. Okay. We've heard from our callers. Gavin and I have now deliberated. We've come to a decision. Both of you have won a bottle of the product. That's Woodsman Whiskey. Yes. This is the bloke from Essex laughing at. I'll tuck that away. But I would have to say, on the strength of the touch that one of them's already had, I'm going to say the winner is Danny!
Yes!
Well played, Danny.
Yes!
Well played, Danny.
Yes!
Unlucky, Adrian. Enjoy the product. Enjoy your monkey or 600 quid. You take care of yourself. Bye, Adrian. Sorry, Danny, you there?
Of course I'm here.
All right,
Oh
Danny.
my God, I'm a professional money winner. Oh my God.
I know these 2 hours. You just keep on gaining.
Oh my God. You don't know what this means to me. This is unbelievable. Wow.
You're having a hell of a day, aren't you, Danny?
I'm having a top day. I've got the biggest smile you've ever known. I've got a professional smile on my face now.
I bet you have. Okay, listen, congratulations. You got some of the Woodsman whiskey and £2,000 in cash.
£2,000. So, what am I going to do with it? I've already ordered some Fiona Oaks trainers. They come on Thursday. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to unbox them. I've put a bid on eBay for a camera for my vlogs. So if that comes off, I'm going to have some excellent 4K vlogs coming your way. Don't know what else I'm going to spend it on. Probably prostitutes and cocaine. Grumpy vegan Grandad. 2,000 a day.